Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today's video is going to be about a replay from the Kranvagn. Now this tank is absolutely fantastic. I mean, this tank is amazing. So we're going to be looking at a very nice replay here, which sadly is probably one of the closest games I have ever seen, and definitely one of the worst heartbreakers I've ever seen. I mean, the end is very, very sad. So just stay tuned for that. I mean, it is very sad. But it is a fantastic game here in the Kron by Overweight Toxic Rat Waste. Kind of a long name. I'll just call him Rat for now. So, yeah, I mean, it is a very good game in the Kron. And, of course, the Kron is one of the best Tier 10 heavy tanks. It is absolutely fantastic. Overpowered, in my opinion, to be honest. It's pretty overpowered, to be honest, in my opinion. But already gotten out 1200 damage, and that's the amazing thing about the Kron, is you can get the damage out, I mean, so fast. That's why the Kranvagn is so good at getting damage out in games, because you can get 1200 damage out, and you can already reload your shell in another 10 seconds, and usually, by the time you get out to shoot, you have 2 shells reloaded, and you can already crank it up to 2k damage within, a minute and a half of the game. So he's up almost to 3 shells here, which, of course, that's the nice thing about the Kron, is you'll reload and you'll not even know it. So you're like, oh man, I have an extra shell left. So he's gotten another shell on to that Leo PTA, bringing damage up to 1600. And team already has 2 players down. And he has reloaded the 3rd shell again, as you can see. And that is what is so good about the Kranvagn, is that you don't have to reload that entire clip. You just reload the shells one at a time. And it really does allow you to get out more damage, in my opinion, than a just regular autoloader, because you really don't have to worry as much as well about a long reload. Sure, it makes the reload for all 3 shells a little longer, but I mean, to be honest, who cares? So already, as you can see, racked up 3k damage in the Kron. Unfortunately, that shot did get blocked by the E5. I'm not sure if it was the gun or whatever, but it got blocked by that E5. So, still sitting at around 2k here, this Sheridan has run around the corner, so he is able to pull another shot into the rear of him, bringing that damage above 3k. So, it is now a 3-on-5, which is, of course, never a good situation to be in, because you are very far behind on tanks. But there is that low HP Sheridan. This mouse is now a one-shot as well, so it doesn't look horrible at the minute. I mean, you could carry this pretty hard. Taking out that 183 would be a good clear. Sheridan does go down now, bringing it onto a 3-on-4. Of course, there is still a very healthy E75 over there and a very healthy E100. So he is going to get 2 shells reloaded, and unfortunately that one does bounce on the E100, which it is now a 2-on-4, which of course it is now not looking good by any means at all. There's still a lot of HP on the enemy team, and he is under half HP. So he has gotten up to 4k damage now, and this E100, yeah, not the best player. Definitely not going to help the enemy team out too much in this battle, besides just giving our guy here a bunch of extra damage, because, yeah, he basically does nothing this entire time in this 1v1. And, the Kron has now brought down the E100 to a one-shot, who is now resorting to shooting HE, which is, of course, usually what happens when you're in a Kron. You usually get HE spammed quite a bit, because people they give up. They can't pin your turret, they might as well do some damage and none. So it does make sense. While it can be annoying when you're in a Kron, because you're just like, stop. It does make sense. So gets a very lucky bounce there on that 183. The 183 should have aimed. Guys, when you're playing a 183, aim your shells. You have a 20-second reload. Take more than 0.3 seconds to aim your shells. It's going to make it much easier to win in the 183. Just aim your shells, guys. So he has now brought it down to a 1-on-2, which is, of course, a very nice job. And this mouse right here was a one-shot and is now taking it out. It is now a 1v1 with this E75 TS. E75. He is a 2-shot, though, because this E75 is stock, but now he is down to a one-shot of only 178 HP. And look at that. The clock is ticking. The cap points are ticking up. This guy is still on 1500 HP. And that right there cost him the game. Unfortunately, that bounce did cost him the game, because at the end, you'll see, the E75 would have been dead, and he would have won the game, which was very unfortunate, because this is an absolutely fantastic game here. This is why the Kron can be so good. It is very easy to carry a game in this tank. It's surprisingly easy to carry a game in this tank. So he has now brought the E75 under 1000 HP, but the clock is up to 958 HP. What am I saying? 950 points. So this E75 just needs to hold on a little longer for them to win, and it is down to the wire. So he is going to go for an AP there into the hatch and gets another bounce from the E75, and he is on 7 HP. Look at this. Look how close this is. 1 second away, and he gets killed. 8,138 damage, 1,240 block, 3 kills. Of course, the Ace Mastery Badge, and what a heartbreaker that is. I mean, that was so close. One of the best games I've seen in a long time. So thanks for sending that in. Absolutely fantastic job, and man, that was close. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.